This is my mother-in-law.
Yes.
The only thing missing here is the horns. It's a new one.
Almost. Just gonna sit here and smile.
And he's here all week, folks.
He is. Try the deal.
All right, now, let's go to the statue. Come on, get that rack out of your freaking way. You paid a lot of money to come to this school. Get as close as you can. All right? Okay. We worked on, a few minutes ago, the round of beef, the back section of the animal. You worked on the shank, which was down here. There's a reason why you started with this piece down here, because it's the cheapest piece on the animal. And if you're going to ruin anything, let it be this piece right here. All right, well, there's a lot of other cuts to the round. We said the top round, the bottom round, the eye round, the knuckle, the heel, the shank. We'll talk more about those tomorrow. There's a little bit today, but more tomorrow. Now we're going to go to the front half of the animal. Okay, this is the primal round. Go on. We're going to talk about it later. Now we're going to go to the primal chuck. The primal chuck. Out of the primal chuck, you get many subprimals. This is one of them. This is the shoulder clod. NAMP number 114. Shoulder clod. NAMP number 114. This is a motion muscle. As well as the other muscle in the back here that we worked on before, the shank, these are both motion muscles. Now, if you remember from your slides, we had two different types of muscles, correct? Sedentary and motion. Motion, moist cook. M&Ms, they go together. M&Ms, typically with peanuts. Anybody wants to suck up a little bit? Bring the M&Ms with peanuts? Okay. All right. Motion and moist, they go together. Sedentary is dry. So we're going to talk about the shoulder clod, which is predominantly a motion muscle. Now, I say predominantly because there is an exception to every rule. There's a part of this muscle that can be fabricated and used as a dry cook. Okay, turn this over, please. This section right here, with all this connective tissue on it, right there, all of this over here is called the top blade. The top blade. Top blade, anybody heard of the term flat iron steaks? Well, that's where they come from. Flat irons. Very inexpensive piece of meat, fabricated properly, can be dry cooked and sold for a very high profit. A piece of meat might cost you, a portion might cost you $1. They'll sell it for $9, $10, easy. Right? Okay, right now Kevin's going to show you how to separate the shoulder clod. First, we're going to start by taking off this top flap of meat. There's a natural seam that follows all along this silver skin. Every clod has a silver lining. Okay? You're gonna laugh now. Come day 7, you won't be laughing when you start looking for that because you had 18 pieces of meat you got to ID, and you're not sure which one is which. Every clod has a silver lining. He's going to follow that silver lining down and take that top flap off. That's going to go off on the side, and what will happen? This is a team effort now. You and your partner. That piece has to be fabricated down, denuded, and made into cubes. Same size cubes you just made.
So I'm trying to kind of show myself where to cut, create some tension. See how there? I'll show you this. See how this kind of spreads out, right? Kind of shows you right where to cut. You guys will see that a lot when you're seaming out any of these individual muscles.
That piece comes out, and as you're, again, working as a team, 2 people on one, you don't have to stand there with your hands in your pocket waiting for your teammate. You can start to clean this up, denude it, get it ready for cubes. The next thing Kevin's going to do, he's going to find and locate the seam that separates the top blade from the heart of the clod. If you have a hard time finding it down here, go for it up in here. Okay, now that's a perfect example of what happens with the meat industry. Hang on for 1 second. all animals are basically built the same. But sometimes some muscles are a little tighter than others, a little more constricted. So what happens is you can't find the seam on the one end. If you can't find it down here, don't worry. Go up here. This is typically always easier to find up here. All right, you'll see an actual separation, and you're just going to go ahead and follow that right down. The seams on the carcasses, all the carcasses, no matter what we're dealing with, the seams are your road maps. All right, that cellophane-like, plastic-like material in there, that's all collagen. That's called sinew. You okay? Yeah, okay. All right, that's it. That's going to be your road map. That tells you all the separations. When we're dealing with beef, it's not uncommon to sell multiple muscles still attached to each other. Uncommon to use them, right? When we start talking about veal on day 3, the difference will be that the veal muscles get broken down to every single individual muscle. You don't sell any multiple muscles with veal. Okay, there we have it. We have the top blade removed from the heart of the clod, as well as the top flap that will go into cubes. Let's take it that far and stop. Got it?
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir.